Hey Monkey Colt, back with an update today. Hope everyone had a great day today. It was a really nice day for Monkey today, settling in at 485,000 market cap. I saw it up in the 500s. I saw it for 1 minute. I don't know if it was an error, but it was up to 600,000. I didn't see any big buys to push it up that high, but it was sitting there when I was looking at Deck Screener earlier today. But great day, up almost 16% on the 24-hour chart. Some good buys came in and things are looking solid here. Still kind of that sideways trading, but nice to see it back in the green. And it seems like there's a nice floor here, and everyone who's holding is holding, and there's uh, really nowhere to go but up, in my opinion. And so I think my theory is that there's many potential holders on the sidelines waiting to see what happens prior to buying and putting money in. And that's common, I think, especially whales want to see a little bit more volume and they want to know that liquidity is going to be there if they want to exit later and all that. So they'll wait for it to get a little bit higher and see the chart a little bit, probably closer to 1 million before some of the larger new holders jump in. And that's just a theory I have. No evidence of that, but it's just looking like that because we have a lot of folks that know about Monkey and even talk about Monkey, and we're going to look at some examples of that, but aren't holding or aren't being public with their holdings of Monkey. So let's look at X and see what happened today. Movich here's on fire. Posted a new piece of art here with the pump folio, and you can see, zoom in here, Monkey's here on the side of the building, which is kind of cool. It's pretty prominent. And Monkey's always doing unique things in Movich's art, so shout out to Movich. Good art. Thank you for including Monkey um, many times in a row, and we appreciate that. This is great for the project, and this is fantastic art. And I thought this was interesting, and this is kind of what I talked about a couple minutes ago, is that in Sling's Telegram, he calls the bottom on Monkey. Soldier Bryce has it here, and Tommy also posted something about it here with screenshots. And you can see in the post here, he says, bottom on my Monkey, you heard it. And then he says, them monkeys tag me every day on Twitter, which is pretty funny. We do tag him quite a bit here on X. I know I do personally, and he does interact and engage, which is cool. But good post here by Soldier Bryce here, and he's got the monkey with the sling glasses on, which is great to see. But Sling, remember, it was, I want to say like a week or a week and a half ago, he listed his uh, list of coins, and I think it was in the low caps. Monkey was there like number 4 out of 10, and he ranked them in order of whether he thought they were good enough. So Monkey was number 4 on the low cap meme coin list for Sling. So Sling's definitely at least watching Monkey, even if he doesn't hold any. I don't know, but we're hoping that he soft shills Monkey some more and maybe even hard shills at some point. We know he's got unstable coin, and that's kind of his baby, but he does post about other stuff as well. So that'd be really great. So keep on tagging him. It seems to be working, and that's the thing, is it does seem to be working, and it seems like there's folks like Sling that are maybe either on the sidelines or not full porting or not holding a whale bag at this time, who might be waiting to see some movement here and get above 1 million, just show that we're going to stick around. And I think there's a lot of folks like this that are waiting. And once we get a few of these big buys coming in, especially those KOLs with copy traders, we could start seeing some real momentum. And then that momentum builds. And that's what I think whales are looking for, is some kind of momentum, right? It's a momentum play for them. They're not typically buying and holding long term, maybe a couple of projects like Sling with Unstable, but most of them are looking to make their money and maybe even do a hard shill and make their money and move on. But you get enough of these big whales, some start getting conviction, and then you can make a real difference in the chart. So looking forward to that. Crypto Reviewing had a nice post here. I'm going to put a link to it. But basically, they said that um, too many good, hardworking people were finally in position to win big this cycle, and they couldn't let that happen. It would be too easy. The market is not built to reward honesty, patience, or belief. It's built to break those who have both heart and conviction. But stay with me for a second. And then he goes on to say how it's essentially a shakeout. And he talks about fear being pushed. And it's all perfectly designed to drain your belief and disconnect you from your passion. And it worked. People left, communities broke, sentiment died. But here's the truth: the people who stayed, the ones who still care, still believe, they're the ones who will thrive. He's talking about communities like the monkey community that are still holding, still believing. He says that there's life-changing potential. When that next pump arrives, you'll be one of the very few who benefits massively. And I believe that. I think this type of market is going to reward the long-term holders. And that seems to be the overall sentiment on CT, is that it's believer season. And a lot of people post about it, but they're not actually doing it potentially. So that's where the monkey community has to hold strong and encourage each other and keep on working. And I think we're one of the strongest communities. A lot of communities just die off over time. Monkey seems to be staying really nice and strong. Speaking of that, Sling says there are no new coins or new narratives. Bid good coins. Monkey's one of those coins. It's not a new coin, it's not a new narrative. Sit tight. I think we're going to make it. Shadow echoes the same thing. Established memes with diehard communities look amazing here. So people are kind of coming around to it. The new pairs are very risky. There's not that much good stuff. And so established coins like Monkey, we've been around 4 months with a great community. I think folks are going to start rotating back into coins like this. And Andrew here says organic cults are the final meta. Only buy meme coins that have built a cult of like-minded degens relentlessly working for their bags no matter the price. Those will gig ascend sooner than you think. So I agree. This is where Monkey is positioned right now, in my opinion. We've got a nice cult. The price is nice and low, and we are well known on CT, and that's a perfect combination, in my opinion. And Sling, another great post here, says for meme coins to reach escape velocity, you need a group of early mentally handicapped holders who just will not sell. I think we've got that with Monkey. A bunch of us are just not selling. We're holding it, and we want to see where we go with this. We believe in the project, and it's a good meme, great project. To me, there's not a better buy in crypto right now than Monkey at under 500,000. It's a great buy. Here's Tomy. I mentioned the post here talking about Sling that Soldier Bryce also had. And I think Jakey here says the days of holding a meme coin and bull posting it every day will be back. And we're still here. We never left. But I think what he's saying is we're going to rotate from the quick fix gambling mentality to old school, buying something, holding it, bull posting every day, posting memes, videos, whatever we can, just to keep the mind share up. And that's where we're at right now. Levis here says bag working is a myth now, I swear. And I think he's saying it just hardworking communities don't really exist. And I think that's why Monkey's got a unique situation here where we do have that hardworking bag working community, and we've got the great meme, and we've got the great lead account. And I think we have a lot going for us here. And because bag working is so rare, or has been over the last few years, we've got a unique opportunity to really grow this thing and see it through. So keep up the good work, everybody. I see you guys out there working hard, and that does make a difference because we have things like Sling posting. Those monkeys tag me every day, right? So you think, well, I'm just tagging so and so again. I'm going to hit so and so again. It does make a difference. They do notice, and that influencer that you tag could end up being a buyer that influences someone else, and that's how we get this thing moving. Thanks, everyone. See you tomorrow.